Okay, good afternoon and welcome to Table Talk on 802 Scoop, located at 185 North Main Street in Barrie. It's a beautiful day for now.
Yeah, for now.
Right? For now, they say that it could get a little stormy this afternoon.
I'm praying for rain. Maybe it'll break this humidity.
Me too. I agree with you 100%. I'm over it, way over it.
Oh, it makes me grouchy and
Yeah, I don't like it either. And it makes you tired. Like, you just don't have any freaking energy. I don't even want to eat. Like, I just don't care.
That happened to me yesterday. I didn't eat lunch and I sat down in a chair and was reading the paper, and next thing I knew, it was like 2 hours later.
Yeah, because it's just nasty. It's good napping weather.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
But that's all you
Yeah.
want to do is sleep in the air conditioning
As long as
room.
you get either air conditioner or a fan blowing on you.
Yeah, it's terrible. So, but that's going to change. They say less humid tomorrow. Much more tolerable, I think, through the whole weekend.
Yeah.
Which is good.
Yeah.
Saturday's supposed to be nice. Very super happy about that.
Now, is that when you have your
That's
fundraiser?
when the ride,
Yep.
the fundraiser, memorial ride for Chris Fisk is happening over at the Den. So super excited that it's going to be good weather for that. Hopefully it's a big turnout. It's the first one.
Yeah.
So hopefully. And this weekend, there's tons of stuff going on. The city has the car seat safety inspections this weekend, right down at the Public Safety Building from 10 to noon. So that's happening. And then the Over the Edge Challenge, the Easter Seals Over the Edge is happening.
That's this weekend?
Yes. Michael will be down there after he comes up to the Den for a little bit, but who's going over this year? Are you going over?
I'm not going to. Hell no.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I am petrified of heights. Nothing even sounds remotely fun about that at all.
16-foot extension ladder is my max. That's it.
Yeah, that would be about all I could tolerate too, and even then it would be pushing it.
Yeah.
I don't care for heights at all. So, that's happening. I don't know if Tracy's going over this year or not. I think Nicholas has done it. Tracy's done it. I believe Chief Vale
I think he did it last year.
and so it'll be interesting to see who dares go over this year. I mean, it's all for a great cause. They raise a great amount of money for sure, but I just soon watch from the ground, cheer them on.
You and me
Bunch
both.
of crazies. Yeah, so that's happening. The like I said, the ride at the Den, the car seat safety checks, all kinds of stuff happening all over. I'm wondering, tonight's the races, of course, and I'm wondering if they're going to get those in. I'm sure they're watching.
So I thought the rain was like mid-afternoon today.
And then going to go away.
Yeah, that's what I thought I saw earlier. But
Well, I'm sure that that's what they're hoping for at Thunder Road, because it's so hard to reschedule those and get them all crammed back in. Get them, especially because many drivers drive at several different tracks. So
this is so 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. is what this says now.
is that what it says for rain today?
Yeah.
Ugh. Well, it'll happen.
It'll happen.
Right? It'll happen. If they don't get it in tonight, they'll schedule it out and have it soon. Tornadoes they're watching for.
Really?
Like the weather, every station I've listened to, CAX, NBC, ABC, they all say they're going to be looking for twisters. They expect that that's what's going to happen this afternoon. Of course, nothing major, nothing like what most places, if you live in the South or out West or anything, ever experience. But for us, it's a pretty big deal here. And sometimes they don't end up being tornadoes. They end up calling them, what is it, the straight line wind or something like that. Straight lined. And I've seen before where after a storm, you'll see there's like line of trees
I've seen that
totally
a couple of
taken
times.
out. Yeah. And with all of the rain, it's roots and all.
Well, what about that deal in Alaska? you know, earthquake, 7.2 magnitude,
Yeah.
and it might trigger a tsunami.
Yeah. Insane.
You only hear usually tsunamis like in the Indian Ocean and areas like that, Pacific Ocean.
Yeah.
But
I have a friend actually that's out in Alaska right now, just outside of Anchorage.
yeah,
He's out there with his camper, and he's gone across the entire United States, most of Canada. Now he's into Alaska, just hanging out, chilling. So that'll be new weather for him for sure.
be new weather for everybody in Alaska. They get a
Yeah.
tsunami. That's,
Yeah, it's insane some of this stuff and that they're talking about for sure. The Heritage Festival. It's kind of
Right
like
around the corner now,
The
isn't it?
official kickoff week is upon us, and
Yep.
all kinds of great things happening there. They have the pull, the downtown pull. Maybe you could do that. City Council used to.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a few
Yeah.
years since they did it. They even won, I think, once or twice.
I think there's a few on there couldn't pull their own weight, so I don't know.
We're not going there. Ding, ding, where's the bell? You've got
Oh,
it.
jeez.
Yeah, you get the bell for that one
Yeah,
for
all
sure.
right. Time out.
Yeah, Jeff's gone into timeout.
Going into timeout.
Yeah, your penalty box for that one. But that was good though. So that
Sorry.
Now I'm
I threw you way off,
now
didn't I?
I'm confused. So and the Rotary Breakfast, of course, which is always a
famous Rotary
huge-
Breakfast.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
always a huge hit. The live music, the different vendors and food trucks, and
Love the food trucks.
yeah,
That's
and
the best part.
And then the parade.
Yeah.
So, and it's a pretty big deal. And the fireworks, of course.
Yeah.
The city of Barrie doesn't do fireworks at 4th of July because they wait and do them at the
Mm-hmm.
Heritage Festival. And that's always a really good time. And hey, at least we're not Montpelier waiting until New Year's Eve, right?
So they're not doing anything with the
No,
with the cancellation. They're-
Yep, they just are going to do it all New Year's Eve in Montpelier or for New Year's. I don't know if they do it exactly on New Year's Eve, but a lot of people are very disappointed with that decision. And you know, I kind of smart ass said in the post that I did, well, you know, it is a long wait, but maybe it'll be worth it, or it'll be worth it, right?
I think that's the first time I've heard your name and smartass in the same sentence.
Bullshit. Yeah, gosh, it happens at least twice a day that you'll hear that. But so I mean, some really good things going
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
It's a great time to be in the city, and it's not just the like all of the events. A lot of class reunions happening. A lot of people come home
Yeah.
for this weekend. It's a big deal weekend for a lot of people.
My brother's got his 50th.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep. So I don't think they
That's a
have.
hot minute.
I don't think they have a float in the parade though.
No. Lots of floats. Speaking of floats, the Veterans Place is having a float, and they're asking for people's help. They need a little help getting that organized and
Wow.
kind of manning their booth down here in the city. And they're just asking, you know, that anybody willing to volunteer, even just a little bit of time at the booth, at the parade, help
Yeah.
decorating the float, getting things going. They can contact Candy Smith, and that's Candi Smith on Facebook through her messenger, or you can give her cell a call or text at 802-505-0555. And that's if you want to help out with the float and the booth for the Veterans Place in Northfield. Super good group. Joe Edson says, I wish they would go back to the old Heritage Festival days. And I think a lot of us do. I mean, in some ways, I mean, I remember walking down from my house on Berlin Street. My parents would always, you know, maybe be down here already, and we kids could walk down, hang out for a bit, and then we'd have to go back home. They'd stay down. But a lot of really cool stuff
It was.
happened.
Yeah.
But I think it's gotten, like, Tracy has built it up more and more and more over the years, so that there is more stuff for kids, carnival type
Yeah.
like things. I mean, St. Monica's, there's, no carnival or anything over there again. But, I mean, tragedy led
Yeah.
to all of that happening. And actually, Pamela was the sister of some very good friends of mine. And that's something that I will never forget for sure. And it does, it changes
Yeah.
things forever.
Anybody that was
For sure.
around then, they remember it. You'll always remember it.
Yeah.
But those days, it was a lot different too, because you had more food booths and
Right.
all the ethnic food places.
Right, all the
That
different
was my
ones.
favorite part of it.
Yeah,
And I
mine
remember
too.
there was a beer tent. There was a beer tent behind where Cornerstone is now, down in that area.
Mm-hmm.
The Masonic Temple had a big lobster feed.
Oh, wow, I don't remember
Yeah,
that.
they had a lobster feed.
Yep.
There was more food booths, and I don't know, it was different. It
Yeah.
was,
That's what Joe says, different kinds of heritages all the way down.
Yeah.
All downtown. And that part of it was super cool, and the different vendors, and, it was almost
the
flea
parade
market
had more of
type
an
even.
ethnic theme to it too. But
Yeah.
it was, I don't know, it's still fun.
It is still fun, yeah, and it's great that, it's something that it brings everyone certainly together. People from all over come to the city to, literally from all over, come to the city to enjoy this weekend. It's a big deal.
I remember some of the parades. I don't know if it was the Heritage Festival, but there was like Barry's birthday celebration. The parades used to be longer.
Yes,
They
for
used
sure.
to go, they either went from the auditorium to Spalding or from Spalding to the auditorium.
And even when they weren't longer, they certainly had much more
Much more.
stuff. There
Yeah.
was much more involvement. And that, I mean, that goes to just a community thing of who wants to get involved
Yeah.
and how they want to set things up, and all of that kind of stuff. Joe says you didn't go home hungry. No, and sometimes
No, if you went
even
home
with a
hungry, it's your
bellyache.
own fault.
And sometimes even with a bellyache, probably from eating way too much. Yeah, you staggered home from the beer tents with a bellyache from stopping at every food booth there was. But no, it's for us. I think it's a big deal,
Yeah.
and I think it's awesome
Yeah.
that it still continues, because it did stop for a while.
Yep.
And the fact that Tracy has picked it up, and I think she's really just in the last 5 years even, it's grown a lot. It's
Yeah.
grown a lot, and she's got a lot of extra things in there that she's slowly bringing back in, and bringing it to
Yeah.
the forefront. So that's coming up. The lineup is incredible. So you really should check out the Berry Partnerships Facebook page, and you can see the full schedule of events and what's happening and kind of who's going to be here and that kind of stuff.
And I remember things like 40 years ago, 45 years ago, when we had motels around here.
Yeah.
Actual motels. The American Legion had the state convention here a couple of years.
Yep.
The Firemen's Club had the state convention here one year. And when they have those conventions, they have parades. And I just remember always, like when my boys were young, we'd be standing down in front of the Grand Union down there and watching the parades, because they'd go all the way down, and I think they'd turn up by Cottage Street and go
Yeah.
that way.
Yep.
Yeah.
Joe says the bigger parades, like you say, they used to go from the Odd to Spalding.
Yeah.
Yeah, and at Spalding.
Yep.
And I do remember that growing up, that's how far they would go. So, yeah, some things have changed, but people are getting older. They can't walk all that way, for God's
Yeah,
sakes,
tell me
right?
about it.
We need a little younger crowd to be able to make it from the Odd all the way up to Spalding, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, or a week ahead of cortisone shots or something. Yeah. Yeah.
We could just all get big giant tricycles like Michael's.
Like Michael has, exactly. And just
Yeah.
drive along in the
Have a
parade.
tricycle parade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of cool fun. And hopefully it's a big turnout, but when you talk about the hotels, I mean, there really aren't any anymore.
No.
Where do people stay when they come?
Comfort Inn and Capitol Plaza.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
And there really is, when it comes to places to stay, you do have the bed and breakfasts, you have the Reynolds House, and I
Yes.
think there's one up on Washington as well.
Yes,
Washington Street.
Maplecroft, that's still there.
And then there's a couple
Ladder
of
one has
right.
four, I think, upstairs.
Yep.
But no, there was up on South Main Street, the building they're redoing now
The
was
Hollow
Sir,
and
that
the-
was
yeah,
but-
Quality
and
or-
Sir Anthony Motel.
Yeah, yeah.
Then down the other end, like the Ruthiers and first the Wobbies had the Eris Motel,
Yep.
Motel Pierre.
Pierre. Yeah.
Then you went further down. There was a couple on the right, and then the one up on the hill. It used to be Stanley. Can't think of his last name. But that sat up on the hill.
On the
Knoll.
Barry Montpelier Road?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Knoll Motel. And then there's the Hollow. And yeah, there were so many different
Yeah.
places. There was another one on the Barry Montpelier Road, too.
Arnholm's.
Yeah,
There was
Arnholm's,
and then,
where they had the
there was
jewelry
there was
up,
another
too.
one. It was a woman's name. If you're heading, it's just past the car wash. I don't know if the sign's still up there or not. But
Yes, on the right, up on,
Yeah,
on
yeah.
the bank a little bit with those cabins that
Yes.
are now. Yeah.
Ann's
Ann's.
Motel.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I mean, there was a lot more places to
Yeah.
stay, and a lot. Now people have to try to stay with family or drive in or camp,
Mm-hmm.
or it's a lot. It's and it's disappointing to think that we want more people to come, but really the accommodations are not here anymore. Unfortunately, it's sucks.
Well, and it was convenient, because they were all right. The motels were right in the city, so people didn't have to travel. Like now, you stay up at Comfort Inn, which isn't that bad. You got to just drive down the Beltline, but
Yep.
Capitol Plaza, you have to come in from Montpelier.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not as convenient, not as fun. Baseball, softball, what's going on?
So the Barry team got eliminated from the districts.
They did?
Yeah.
Yep.
They won their first 2 games, and then they lost 2 in a row and got knocked out. Caledonia North ended up winning it. They had to beat Mad River twice after they beat Barry in the knockout round. And they did. They beat Mad River twice, so they're going to the States in Brattleboro this weekend.
Nice, nice.
So the Barry team finished 3rd.
Which I mean, that's amazing. They had
yeah.
had a great season.
Yep.
They're going on the trip.
They're going to Cooperstown, and I think it's the 1st or 2nd week here in August.
Yep. Yep.
And then they'll be
You going to
playing.
chaperone?
I'm not going. No,
No.
no,
Did they try to talk you into it?
no. They didn't.
Not yet, anyway.
Yeah, who knows? You know,
You never know.
like,
Oh, come on.
need a little
we
help.
Need just one more
Yeah.
person.
we need some help.
Yeah. And then you'll be down there. So are the games at Bonds done with?
All done
The
until
games at Bonds are
well,
done.
there'll be fall baseball, which I think is right around right before school starts. I think so. They get some time off.
That's super cool. I saw some.
Oh, and there is right now going on. There's sign-ups for BYSA soccer, BYSA football, so and fall baseball registrations. They'll be starting pretty soon.
I saw the soccer camps and stuff.
Yeah.
Everything that was opening soon, and some new things like that. And different camps are coming in as
Yeah,
well.
there's camps going on now. This morning I dropped my granddaughter off up at Joni's. She had a dance camp this week. Keegan ended up, Jordan's bringing him to Burlington this week. I think today's the last day of that. It's a 4-day camp with the Vermont Lake Monsters.
And I keep seeing this advertisement for this Vermont Sky Carp. Have you seen that?
No.
It's it says the Vermont Sky Carp will be a part of the brand new Anomaly Baseball League, which is an independent baseball league starting play in 2026. We focus on providing a great dream opportunity on local players 18 and older to showcase their skills. So must be because it's the Lake Monsters now, right?
Yeah, but this is a level
Is
below
this
that.
a level
Yeah.
below that?
Yeah.
And they're just trying to bring in new teams.
Yeah, because the Lake Monsters and the Mountaineers are comprised of college players. This is going to be, you know, the guy that's either out of college or the guy that's just getting out of high school but he's not playing.
Yep.
It's a men's league thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I keep seeing advertising for that where they're looking for sponsorships and
Yeah.
people to come in and do all of that. So that'd be cool. We'll see how that goes.
Well, how's our football team doing? Have they?
So they've played a couple of games. They've played three. So they've lost one. They've lost two. They've won one, and they got a game coming up. They'll be at the Heritage Festival. They do
Oh,
the
good.
Toe Down as well. The
Yeah.
Vermont Ravens are always present for the Toe Down. Last year, though, you know who the kick-ass team was last year again was, and I shouldn't phrase it that way because of who it is, but it's the Bible Baptist Church. Though
Really?
that team is crazy good. I mean, holy cow, the pulling power they have is insane. But they wiped out the Ravens last year.
Really?
Yes, they have some good pullers on that team. Yeah, Michael Deering's part of that. But it's the Bible Baptist Church right down on Vine Street in
Yeah.
Berlin. And they're a really good
So
team.
Michael's one of the pullers.
Yeah, he is. He's one of the pullers.
Wow.
Yeah. Joe Edson says, Jeff, whatever happened to try and repair the ball field by the swimming pool?
So my understanding was originally FEMA rejected the funding to repair the fence. Then I heard they rescinded that and they were gonna pay to replace the fence on the field. I don't know what happened. It should have been done this summer, but I'll check with Jordan and see because he knew that there was supposed to be money coming. I mean, that fence, it was like a $30,000 fence
Oh, wow.
because they had to build, left field wasn't far enough from home plate to be a legal Little League field. You have to have, I think, 200 feet minimum to the foul lines. And that one was just short, so they said if you build the fence higher, so sort of like you have at Fenway
A
Park.
cage, yeah.
Yeah, so adding that height takes out the 200-foot rule because it has to go 16 feet high in the air to get over.
Yep.
So I'll find out, see what I can find out about when that is going to be replaced. But they restored it. The infield was redone. They did play minor league games there all summer, so
Nice.
they'll get that fixed up. I heard too that the Rotary or the city was going to fund building another shelter up above. Take down, there's 2 or 3 smaller ones that are in, I wouldn't sit underneath them because I think a strong wind would knock the things over.
Yeah.
So I heard they were probably going to take those down and build another big shelter there.
That'll be nice. It's a nice
Yeah,
area.
it is a nice area.
He says he wrote a poem about it. You're going to have to come in and share it with us then, Joe. I'm going to make you read it
Yeah.
live on air. That's it. No getting away from it now. No, that's a really underutilized area as well. I mean,
Yeah.
it's certainly, I think that people used to use it much more often. When I was a kid, I remember them doing all kinds of different functions up there, and people would have it for birthday parties and picnics and things
One of the
like that.
reasons it's not used as much is because of the encampments down.
Yeah.
The path goes right through there. So they're going back and forth, and there's, I know from talking to the guys that worked for me in the facilities department, there's still issues with needles and trash. And
Yeah. It's unfortunate.
see, part of the thing was we had the Youth Conservation Corps up there 2 summers in a row, and they did a lot of work fixing the path, the walking path from the shelters down the bank and
the
along
swimming
the river
area.
to that, to the swimming hole and the waterfalls up there. But now people are afraid to use it.
Yeah, it's a shame for sure.
Yeah.
Because like I said, they used to be rented. I remember a couple of times they, like I said, there would be a barbecue there, or a family reunion,
Yeah.
or birthday parties, different events like that. And then I think the rec department used it quite a bit when I was younger. that area to have a shelter and a place
Yeah.
to gather,
Yeah.
or maybe it was one of our summer camps or something.
I think that's when Beth Hemingway was working with Stephanie in recreation, and she had something going all the time. She had a Tuesday night thing that at different playgrounds or fields like Lincoln Field. Tuesday night was family play night, and she'd bring out stuff like a kickball game, or you'd have like these big parachute things and throwing stuff in the air.
Yeah.
Every Tuesday night she'd have something at a different location in the city. But I remember her running some programs out of the big shelter up there too.
It's again old times, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember when? Just because it's like Joe says, I drove by there this morning and saw smoke. So that's not good. I mean, just last week there was the fire under the Blackwell Street Bridge.
Yeah.
And, that part of it is super scary for me. Just the thought of right now, forest fire, the danger is huge
Oh, it
right
is,
now. And but just to think that something really special to all of us could be gone in a heartbeat because of these fires. He said by the river, and I know a lot of people. You know, I've heard several people be very upset at the fact that these fires they have to get permits to burn in the city,
Yeah.
and they pay for those permits. And if they didn't get a permit and the fire department have to come out, they would be fined. And
Yep.
I mean, obviously, you can't fine somebody. You can't get blood from a stone.
Right.
That's the bottom line of it all. But it's still very frustrating for people that are following the rules, doing what they're supposed to do, and it's $20 a year, and I don't know. There's still rules to be followed.
Oh, yeah.
No matter who you are, whether you're in a home or not in a home, you still got to follow the rules. If you're going to be here, if you want to be a part of the community, you got to follow the rules. And that's just the brass tacks of
Why
it
would
all.
you even do it anyway? It's going to draw attention. Somebody's going to call it in. So
Yeah, it doesn't make a lot of sense. And I mean, I guess if you're cooking, but who the hell wants to sit around a campfire the last few nights? Holy shit, I can't even imagine. But it's sad. It's really sad, and it's unfortunate. And maybe that's one more thing that the ordinance can address. I
Yeah.
don't know. But I know I've heard from several people, a couple in particular, have commented when we're, doing a show, or people that have written in and said, I have to pay $20 if I had a fire and they came
Yeah.
out, I'd be fined. I don't know what the fine is, but I'd be fined, and you got to feel for them. They're doing what they're supposed to do, and if you want to be part of the community, then follow the rules. That's all anybody's asking.
Yeah.
And when it comes to respect, you get what you give, right? And so, and we've said before, a lot of people that are unhoused that are really good people. They're trying. They're in a track that's shitty right now, but they're trying, and they're good people. And then there's a bunch that are not, and unfortunately, it just makes it hard for everyone that's in that situation. And it's sad because not everybody feels that way. There are a lot of people that are very respectful no matter their situation.
Yeah, I saw a posting earlier today on Facebook about there's two campers parked under the bridges going past the Montpelier Cemetery. And they've been there for a while.
Yeah.
And somebody made this post. Well, why are they letting them camp there? They shouldn't be camping there. And, I think if the police thought they were a problem, they would have been gone by now.
Right.
Leave them alone.
Yep. Right. That's a total different situation.
Yeah.
It's actually like a spot. It's a pull-off spot.
It is a pull-off spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a park and ride area. Not an official park and ride area, but,
Yep.
if they're, just because you don't like the looks of it, doesn't make it wrong. It's,
And they are. I mean, I saw yesterday, I believe it was in the paper and on the news that Montpelier does have a couple of encampments that are
Yeah.
problems, and they're addressing that.
Yeah.
They're addressing where can you camp in the city. They're looking through all those rules right
Yeah.
now. So,
Plainfield had a new incident a week ago too,
Mm-hmm.
about a week ago. That,
well, they keep having problems in the cemetery.
yeah,
The Plain Mountain Cemetery.
Yeah.
Not too long ago, I think it was last month, a camper, one of those campers that goes in the back bed of a truck,
Yeah.
just got left there.
Yeah.
In the and then last week it was a car that was there, but they're having problems. The same thing, people hanging out, needles, garbage, and that's a beautiful cemetery. My Gram's actually up there, and it's a beautiful cemetery, but it's tucked in there, and quite frankly, right now with everything happening there, I would be afraid to go there by myself. I would want to make sure that somebody was with me.
Yeah.
And that's sad. I used to, always, I wouldn't think twice about going up there and pulling into the cemetery and stopping and, making sure her stone was okay and there's no weeds in the flowers, whatever, and spending some time. And I wouldn't do it now. I would be afraid what was going to happen.
it's kind of
It sucks.
well, it's not, I wouldn't say not out of the way, but out of sight from
Yeah,
the road
for
because
sure.
you have to go up and, yeah.
It's it's a very well kept little cemetery. They have some really pretty stones in there. It's just a nice place, and it's unfortunate for sure. Just one more thing that
Cemetery should be treated differently than, any other piece
place.
of
I
public
agree.
property.
Yes, I agree. It's this sacred place. It's where it's just absolutely off limits. And like
Yeah.
they say, they have a gate, but you would need somebody to go every day and lock it at night. Come back in the morning, unlock it. It's a lot to ask of people to do.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, they'll probably get to that point because they're pretty strict in that cemetery actually, and they would worry about the stones being damaged and plants being stolen. And speaking of plants stolen, there was some stolen up at Hope again. I know a couple of people that they dug up plants in front of their stone
Sure.
and took them away. And missing hanging baskets and things. What the hell is wrong with people that you would go to a cemetery and dig flowers up from a headstone?
That's been an issue up at Hope for a few years.
It's insane. Yeah, it absolutely insane.
Yeah.
Blows my mind.
I was up at my parents' last summer looking at, I was doing something at their lot, watering the geraniums or something. And a girl that I know her and her husband, her parents are just down from mine. And she yelled up to me and she said, my flowers are gone. And I know she plants them. She doesn't just put a pot
Yeah,
like I was doing.
exactly.
She plants them.
Yeah.
And I walked down and looked, sure enough, somebody dug up their plants, their flowers, right
Yeah.
out of the freaking gravesite.
Yeah, that's happened to a few people that I know. One of my friends, her father's stone, that's what they did. They literally dug the plants up. It's disgusting.
I used to have people call me, solar lights, they put nice, like expensive solar lights.
Yep.
And go up the next couple days and they're gone.
Yep. Yeah, it's sad. Super sad. Well, beyond sad, it's gross.
That's the lowest,
Yeah, I
stealing
agree.
from
agree.
cemeteries, that's the lowest.
Yeah, totally. Speaking of cemeteries, though, don't you still have something to do with it? A little bit? Don't you still have a little bit of pull? So where my brother is in Websterville, I guess, in Barrytown,
Okay.
on the spigots, there's a piece of garden hose attached to it.
Yep.
Just literally pipe clamped onto it so that when you turn it on, you don't get soaking wet because it sprays everywhere.
Yeah.
We need those at Hope.
Okay, so I don't know how many years ago it was.
I'll buy the garden hose.
I put-
100-foot section would go
I had
long,
those
right?
on every spigot in that cemetery.
You did?
Yeah, every one of them. And we did it at St. Monica's and Elmwood too. And it was just, yeah, it was a length of hose, maybe a foot long at the longest. And they were on with a regular hose connector.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we spent a lot of time putting those together and putting them on.
I'm going to put one on the one I always use.
And then
So I don't get drenched.
I don't know why people would take the damn things off,
No.
You'd go back a few days later and there'd be a few missing. So we'd make up some more, put them back on.
Yeah, that's insane.
It was just as long as
People
so
really steal those little short pieces of hose.
what are you going to do with it? What the hell are you going to do with it?
Yeah, it makes no sense. So the ones at the cemetery where he is, they're just pipe clamped on there. They don't even have the screw-on fitting. They're just
Now, see, we had the screw-on
there.
fitting.
Yep.
And, yeah.
so you had to make up each and every one of those
Yep.
and buy all those fittings and
Yep.
all that hose. Well, I'm going to put one on the one I use all the time.
And, it's great. And what I used to do was I'd save up milk jugs. And I'd tie a string to
Tie
them
it.
and bring them up and
Yep.
hang them on there. And
And that's how they are now too. They have
because
the-
some people were taking the jugs
Mm-hmm.
and hiding it behind their monument, so they'd always have their own jug.
Oh goodness.
Yeah.
No, I don't do that. I just I get it, I bring it, and then I bring it back. Pretty easy. I have a jug in my car too, but more often than not, especially lately, I need 2 gallons of water. So I stop and fill my jug up and the jug that's on the spigot, and then I bring it back up. No big deal. But maybe I should just keep the hose thing in my car and
See, when
screw it
we-
on every time.
When we first put those on, they were brass hose connectors, but they had the tapered down nipple on it. Mm-hmm. And then it was like a clear hose. Mm-hmm. And we'd slip that onto that tapered end and hose clamp it on tight and tighten the connector itself to the spigot, and then take a pair of lock pliers and just give it a little tweak so you couldn't just take it off with your hands.
Right.
People would find a way to do it.
That's insane. Yeah, that's just crazy. But I don't do it every time. But yesterday I did it again. Because I forget. I don't know what the hell possesses me. I know better that I should walk around and stand behind it and turn it on. Nope, not yesterday. It was hot. That's why I was losing my freaking mind. And I just was like, oh my God, I'm here again, watering these flowers. Because I've had to go twice a day lately to make sure that they don't end up junk and looking horrible, and picking up all the wilted flowers and stuff. And I don't know. I walked right up to it, turned it on like normal, drenched. I was soaking wet, dried, of course, in a matter of minutes, but still. I was swearing a little bit. I was cussing. My mom was laughing her ass off at me, I'm sure. I'm sure she got the biggest kick out of it ever. But I'll have to remember that and keep one in my car.
See, we did all that work. Oh God, when was that? 2012, maybe right around there. When we got the Semper Bond money, we used some of that to repave all of Hope Cemetery. And since we were going to repave, we went in and fixed all the water connections, and then put in granite posts and hooked all the connections to those.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like days after we had it all done. One morning I went up, did a drive-through, and 3 or 4 of the spigots way down in the old section, somebody went down and cranked them all wide open, so the water ran all night.
Oh my Lord.
To the point where it was like washing out a little channel in the grass by the post.
And what is even the point? What is the point? Insane. Right, and that could have been teenagers, I guess,
that
at
was
that
just,
time.
kids doing something dumb.
Doing stupid shit instead of, but stay out of the cemeteries for God's sakes. Find other things to be brats about. Stay out of the cemetery. It's just not the place to be, for sure.
Yeah.
It's starting to look good up there. I think that they're getting some things under control up there. It is starting
Still gotta get the grubs under control.
Yeah, under control. Yep. And I see that they're treating City Hall Park for them.
Yes, I saw that.
It's been closed in the morning 3 or 4 times now for treating
Because
the.
it's usually, let's see, I think they've done 3, and I can't remember when we did the cemetery a couple of years ago. It's either 3 or 4 treatments before you get it under control.
Yep.
So
And so, well, hopefully they'll go up to Hope next, because I didn't even know there was grubs in City Hall Park.
don't get me started on that. I mean, they're doing that when they probably should be doing the cemetery instead.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I agree. 100%. And I know a lot of other people do. And that's why I brought it up, because, when they're going to close the park, I always share the post so that we can let the community know as best we can that this is what's happening. And a lot of people were pretty pissed that, the park looks pretty green and doesn't look to be any problems. The only problem is the
grubs in the gazebo?
right.
Jeez.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly. And the needles and the urination and the defecation and the, whatever else that is happening there, but certainly not grubs that are destroying the lawn.
Right.
And so, a lot of people are pretty pissed off about that. And I was actually surprised that we didn't see people, visitors and communications on Tuesday night
I
in
was really
regards to
surprised.
that.
Yeah.
I was very surprised, especially after all the comments and some people that were really, I don't often delete a comment or hide it from the page, but I had to a couple of them. That's how bad they were.
Yeah.
And for me to do that, that means it's pretty bad, so hopefully they look at that and do something about it, because it's a shame. And we've already talked about it. We've said Rock of Ages they're not doing tours. People are going to do, more and more tours here. Heritage Festival.
Yeah.
People will be up there at the cemeteries with their families that don't get to come here often. And it's too bad that it,
I know I
like
said
that.
earlier in the year that, the Granite Museum's picking up those 106 tours or whatever it was. So they've been going through.
Yeah.
The big buses have been going through.
Yeah.
And it's going to pick up because late summer and into the fall, there's a lot more tours because you got people that come for the early foliage.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And they'll go through there.
For sure. Joe says, plus they need to get the human grubs out. And sorry, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. It's not the place to be. So, City Council, we can chat about that real quick before we go. I thought it was a great week as far as City Council goes.
Monday's meeting I thought went really well.
Yeah, the forum.
I figured there was between 40 to 50 people there, I think.
Yeah, and I hope more and more come out.
Yeah.
I hope that more people realize that this isn't like the first set of meetings that was right after the flood, where you're getting all the education of water runs downhill and this, that, and the other. This is true meetings of, what do you want to see? What do you want? We need to know what you want, or we don't know what grants to apply for. And all this money's on the table, and we want to make sure we get it. So what are your thoughts? They really want to know. The city really wants to know. You want to know. All of you want to know.
And there's no deadline. If you got ideas, there's no deadline. You can go online. I don't know if that form is on there they handed out the other night.
I haven't checked to see if it's on there yet. It was supposed to be on there, but you could pick it up from Cheryl, or you could also email any of your councilmen or women and ask questions, submit your ideas to them. There's all kinds of ways to make sure that your voice is heard.
Yeah, I filled out one of those the other night, and my big thing was, so they're gonna, from that plan that the governor shared months ago, that showed the big green space on North Main Street. The hockey rink down off by the sewer plant has been
Willie's.
out of commission for 3 years now.
Yep.
Water main line broke there, so they just capped it and never used it. Plus, they were having trouble. It's run by volunteers. They were having trouble keeping ice for the last couple winters. In December, you'd get freezing for like 2 days, and then it'd warm up for a week,
Yeah.
and it would melt. But I'd like to keep that rink, but take it and maybe put it in that green space they're going to have there, because they're going to move the playground equipment and basketball court from Wabi Park to build housing.
Now,
there.
where is that green space exactly? It was hard. Is it where the Salvation Army was?
I think it's from there down to what was Bud's Market. That's what all I could figure from looking at that map.
Okay, so that would be going back towards the corner of Second Street.
Yes.
Which is now
Is that
just
Second?
that
Yeah,
big
that's Second.
apartment building,
Yeah.
and then the snack shack sat to the right
Right.
on the other side. Yep. And so, yeah. She's got a huge parcel. I still say they should talk to her, and
The city should take that.
yeah, they should buy that from her for sure, because then that would be a perfect spot for their apartment or whatever that they're talking
Yeah.
about, especially if everything, went to the north of that. Everything else, the green space and stuff. I mean, it'd be a perfect scenario for sure.
Anything in the area that actually flooded, they could rebuild on if they build up. And like they were talking, a parking garage under the building.
Right. Yep. Yeah. And lots of people. Barb says water does run downhill. That is why they should not build up on Prospect Street. And a lot of people feel that way. And
Right.
but I think it was well explained
It
the
was
other
well
night.
explained, and
That-
it's all being designed for a
To
new
hold
storm
their own
system.
water.
Right.
To hold their own water.
They'll have
They're gonna
retention
their
ponds.
own-
Yeah.
They're going to have their own system up there where they have retention ponds, and they take care of that so that it doesn't go downhill.
Right.
That is part of the design. And it was good to hear them explain that, though, because I certainly didn't know that part of it. I didn't know about, kind of the water, the septic, the water ponds, all those sorts of things where people were really concerned that it was going to be taxing what already was harsh for the city, and really it's not. It's literally kind of going to be like its own little island on
Yeah.
top of the hill, which, I mean, that's good. That's good. It sounds like they really have put a lot of thought into the design and how it's all going to go. Yeah.
And the system up there is going to be new. It's tying into what's below that. I mean, we know when they had the water main break on Prospect Street, was it last winter, the winter before, whatever it was?
Oh gosh, yeah.
That's a 100-year-old line.
Yep.
You're going to run into that.
Yep. So, and all those have been, they've been upgrading.
They've been
those as
upgrading
well.
as they go. I mean, they've been working this spring and summer, getting ready for that up there, and getting ready for the paving of Prospect Street and Berlin Street and Allen Street. They've been doing water upgrades, wastewater and water upgrades in those areas. So
Yeah. Hopefully it all works out. We know, I mean, there's a lot to go, and hopefully they do follow through that way, and
Yeah.
that they, they really are careful. Hopefully it all works out that way, and that all those things happen the way they're supposed to happen. And
it's
are
funny
proposed.
how, people agree. We need housing. We need more housing. People that have been here a long time and are paying property taxes, you need more housing to increase the grand list.
Right,
And-
so their taxes can go back
So
down
our
a
cow-
little
yeah,
bit, or at
exactly.
least stay where they are.
But then it's like, not in my backyard.
Right,
I don't want it up here. I don't want it in my backyard.
right.
Well,
But it's the only way we're going to fix.
Barry's what, 3 square miles, right? Where else are you going to put it?
Right, and
There's only so many places you can build on right now.
exactly, and there's been a lot of losses over the last few years, and so.
Well, these last two
without-
floods were 50-plus houses that we've lost.
Yeah, and so that's 50 households paying taxes, and those taxes got to be made up somewhere. And so, unfortunately, it's just like with everything else, it all trickles down, right? And so we got to build it back up to
Yep.
stabilize again, at least stabilize. and to help curb the increases for sure. I mean, the state has a lot of work to do when it comes
Yeah.
to helping with all of that as well. And I think they started with that, with the school, really talking about how they're going to change the way the school system is made up and the districts and stuff. And so hopefully we're on our way. And Barb says she's so happy that her taxes went up, just went up to live in a city that she can't walk in. And a lot of people feel that way too. And the safety thing is huge.
Yes, it is.
And it's really, the safety thing has really played on a lot of people, and it has made people make even some decisions not to be here anymore, which is, it's really unfortunate. It's sad. And hopefully with the ordinance and other things and more police officers coming on board, we can get people to change their minds about that. And I'm with Barb. I won't walk down here at night either. I won't come down to the studio after dark without somebody with me. I just won't do it. And I used to do it all the time. I wouldn't have thought twice. Come in, 1 o'clock in the morning sometimes if I couldn't sleep and I come down here and do some, working for a little while or something, I'd come in, open the door, be in here and not even lock the door when I was in here. And no way in hell would I do that now.
When I need cash out of the ATM, I go early in the morning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I get it before the vagrants get out of bed.
Yeah, it's sad. But Joe wants to know what's going on with the land across from the city garage, the new city garage. I'm not sure. Would we know that? Or that's town, right?
Something going on with the land across from
the new city garage. Yeah.
That land is, what I know is, the only thing there is Tatro. He bought the barn from Bonds.
Yep.
That's the only thing I know. I don't know if anything else is going on up there.
Yep. I don't know either.
I know
We'll have to go check it out.
I know the Bonds tried to sell their house and couldn't get what they wanted for it, so they're still there. But that's the only thing across the road from that warehouse.
Yeah, I don't know either. Yeah, I'm not sure. Yes, I walk in with Michael. He'll save me. Huh. It's actually the other way
I think
around.
I was just going to say.
Michael walks in with me.
Michael would scream like a little girl and run for the door. Oh,
You think
Jesus,
so?
there goes.
There you go again. No, he
3
wouldn't.
today.
He
Oh.
actually, so every once in a while he gets pissed off. And he is a little bit scary when he's pissed off.
Oh, how
He
big
doesn't
is.
scare me, but he could be intimidating
Oh,
to
yeah.
somebody. His
Yeah.
sheer size could be intimidating.
Yeah.
Yeah. And is so long as he's not driving his tricycle. Just
like-
saying.
Looks like one of them WWE wrestlers,
Yeah.
coming at
But
you.
no, I think that he would protect me. I really do.
Oh, he
I have
would.
all the confidence in the world that he would
Yeah.
he would protect me. Yep, no matter what. But really, yeah, he waits for me and he walks in with
Yeah.
me though. We know the truth. So anyway, it's
Well,
it's,
it could be the other way around.
yeah.
He could be waiting for you to protect him.
That's right. You never know. I mean, it is possible for sure. But we'll go for now. Remember to get out, enjoy some stuff that is going on this weekend. Would love to see as many as possible up at the Den for the first annual Highway to Heart Memorial Ride in memory of Chris Fisk. You don't have to have a bike. You don't have to go on the ride to participate. You can just be there with us and enjoy the music and the barbecue and the auction and raffle. And there's stuff for the kids going on. Under Attack is there for the little Nerf games and things like that. They'll have their course set up. Michael's going to be up there with his tricycle. All kinds of different things like that happening. And would love to see as many as possible come out. That is $25 per person. Unless it's kids, it's less money for kids. My phone's not cooperating, so I can't pull it up right now. But It's all up on the page. I just shared it again this morning. Really something for everyone. It's going to be a great day.
Oh, weather's calling for a perfect day. 78 degrees for a high, 52 for a low.
And the humidity way low.
Way
And
low.
That's what's important, is that it's actually going to be a real beautiful day. So would love to see you there. The like I said, the Over the Edge down at the what is the name of it? It just went out of my head.
North Barry Manor?
North Barrier Manor. Who knows who's jumping over? I got to look and see who's going to do the Easter seals over the edge. We know it's not going to be Jeff or myself, because
Maybe next year.
maybe next year.
Yeah.
Right.
Maybe next year.
That's we'll go with that. Maybe next year.
Maybe next year.
And then the safety car seat safety check at the Public Safety Building is also happening from 10 to noon. The VFW has their breakfast this weekend. VFW Post 790. If you've never been to the breakfast up at the VFW, you have to. It's incredible, and it supports the veterans, but it's an incredible breakfast, and they do the omelet bar, so you can have an omelet, the really good French toast, home fries, the whole 9 yards, reasonable price. The drink specials start at $9. Yeah, it's a great time.
So apparently the Mutwa does that every now and then too. Breakfast. That was a nice place to have the meeting this
Yep.
past week.
Yep.
We need to look around and do a few of those.
Oh, I agree. And it was air conditioned, and there was like room.
Yeah.
I sat way in the back only because I liked having the table in front of me to put my papers and be able to sit in. So I really liked that part of it, being at one of the tables. And
I had my eye on you and Sue and Michael. Make sure you
you were keeping an eye on us.
Make sure you three were behaving
I
yourselves.
know. Next time I'm gonna sit in the back corner, because I felt like I was like really like, there she is. We better pay attention to her. But yeah, and I think so too, Barb. I think it's $10 for kids 12 and under for the den on Saturday. And like I said, that includes the meal and like the under attack and everything. They can be there. The day is for the entire family. So
That's great.
come out and say hi. I'd really love to see you. So anything else you can think of?
Just
before
get
we head
out
out?
and enjoy the weather when this humidity drops.
Yes. Yes.
If you're hot today and you need to cool off, go to the pool.
Go to the pool or go to Legendary and get a
Go to
nice
the
cream.
pool, then go to Legendary.
Then go to the Legendary.
Yeah.
Or Campo Divino, right down the hill.
That's
they
right.
have
That's
the
right.
ice cream as well. It's just get out and enjoy and have a lot of fun. And we'll see you on Tuesday next week. Hopefully, I can't promise that I will be in the studio, but that doesn't mean that we won't do a podcast, because quite possibly I'm going to get Jeff this little piece of equipment so that we can join each other live from wherever we are. So that may be happening. But if not, we'll see you next week at any rate. Have a great weekend, everybody. Be safe, and we'll see you later.